SSL, LAX, it's UPSL soccer action live on the National Sports Broadcast Network. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you along with us. I'm Gabriel Fry here with Larry Weaver for some soccer action in the United Premier Soccer League between these two sides tonight. Soccer Saves Lives FC, LAX FC, doing battle at Rock Springs Stadium in Lawrenceville, Georgia, in a Premier Division showdown in the Georgia Conference. Larry, so glad to have you along for the ride. This is going to be a good game.
Absolutely, Gabriel. And one of the things that we're going to be finding out over these 90 minutes is who is this LAX FC team. New team coming into the Georgia Conference. We'll see what they have for us.
New team in the Georgia Conference in SSL and LAX coming together for a battle tonight. Two sides that have a lot to prove. Larry, taking a look at the starting lineup, a little light for LAX FC. They're missing a couple of guys from their typical lineup today. When these two come together for the first time, what are you as a coach as far as pieces of the puzzle, different guys? What do you look for first when you get out there on the field? To see what they bring to the table and what kinds of things they'll get through tonight. Soccer Saves Lives. LAX FC kicks off in just moments.
This will be a big test right here, Gabe. Can they handle this corner?
Roped it again, and this is through to the backside and off. From the back third, maybe in some trouble as he goes down to the touchline and out of the wing. On the move with a good feed, pitched forward. A sunshiny evening in Georgia, a hot day for some UPSL action. This is off. Flipped long. Rolls through down to the final third, able to knock that away. Instant danger for the moment as this is cleared off. It's been a big day for soccer around the nation. Flipped out to midfield. Dished long, and that's going to be knocked backward. Couldn't quite connect on that. And stopped again. Banging around in the press box. Look out. Another opportunity for a design play from the touchline. Long ball through and covered by the keeper. Effortless there. Almost a little too easy. Gets it going again from the back third. Out front, harassed, and our referee sounds the whistle. Out front and knocked into the air, volleyed across toward the circle. Tried to push it away. That's taken down to the touchline right in front of our fourth official as it's knocked off. Knocked back immediately, can't collect. Brushed over the top. That's a good feed down toward the wing. collects and trying to fight his way through as he goes down. No call, we play on. And cleared from the corner, very well done. Certainly making life difficult. Another attack, centered up, and it rolls through to the keeper. He almost had it, just couldn't get a boot onto the ball. Back underway, trying to center that up.
Really good opportunity here, Gabe, for LAX. Maybe 36 yards out.
This is a great chance for LAX. We've seen a couple of set pieces early. Now the long strike of the ball. Knocked away. It's loose. Trying to clean this up out front and brushed home. A dagger late in the 9th minute. It's 1-0 LAX. Oh, baby, what a start, Larry.
And that is exactly what they needed. Pushing it the entire first 10 minutes. Finding the back of the net. Finally get their season started with that goal. Now, can SSL, can they recover?
We'll find out. They've got a long time to do it, obviously. We're just getting into the works of things. Rolled across and blown dead right away by our referee. Volleyed that over the top and trying to control. SSL on the move, tried to feed that forward, and it's knocked backward. Good play down in the final third. Volleyed back and forth. Volley that long over the top again, and a third time sent to the center field stripe where it's knocked away. Flipped that across. Long ball is going to be blown dead. Just got a little ahead of himself. They'll get back to work. A little bit of danger there. Larry, this start has been red hot for them.
This SSL team really struggled last season. They only barely stayed in the Premier Division last season. So we'll see if they can continue.
Work that down toward the final third again. Right up the touchline. Good collect, but 3 defenders are going to be too much as he is disrupted, and that's cleared away. I like these kits. Knocked over the top.
You look at this SSL team, Gabe. Last season, they were in 8th place out of 9 in the Georgia Premier North. Did not have a season like they wanted to. 0-4-6, negative 20 goal differential.
That's a big margin. From the back, gonna whip this across to the other side. Moving it forward and a long bend across, centered up and cleaned up. Nothing doing as the keeper sends it long. Joshua Daughtry. And the whistle as this goes beyond midfield. Down the touchline, collected. 1/4 of an hour gone between these two sides. Has to go way back to get this as it skeeters out. Marquez for SSL, back between the sticks. That's sent long. Cleared immediately this time. Doesn't want that loose out in front again. Long throw is knocked into the air immediately. Has to hit the brakes just shy of midfield. Rushed back and forth over the top of the turf, and this rolls off into the chain link. Quick throw and knocked over the top, over the touchline again. SSL, we haven't seen a lot of them down in this attacking third, Larry, and now a chance to put something together. Been inside and nodded back down near the corner. On top of the ball for the moment as he's pickpocketed Sticky Boots off over the touchline. It's good play defensively. Cristiano. SSL through the front of the 18 from the penalty arc, dished in front of the opposing wing. Sent down along the end line, and as he cuts him off, this blown dead as well.
You're just not seeing enough of the players of the SSL showing for that pass. You see when those throw-ins, you only have one player that's showing for it, wanting the ball. They need to be attacking. They need to be aggressive.
Been out of there. Yeah, it feels like they're really sitting strong in midfield, even in the attacking phase, which, again, we really have seen very limited opportunities for them to get down and press at all.
Well, you know that this SSL team, they are a byproduct of the Kalanchi Pro Profile system. You know that the players that they're able to produce there from Kalanchi, you would expect that to filter down into this SSL team.
Trying to collect. Harassed as this is errantly sent away. Miss hit over the side of the pitch. Sam Lillian Burgos, the forwards for SSL. Pasteur, Anderson, and Leon in midfield trying to dish it forward to them, and now putting the defenders to work as they collide in that back third. Zapata, Bull, Kusaka, and Dennis defending tonight for SSL in the starting lineup. Marquez in the goal.
Like I was saying earlier, Gabe, this LAX FC team, we haven't seen anything of them. They just come into this Georgia conference, so we had no idea. It was a clean slate, and they have produced in the first 20 minutes some really pretty-looking football.
LAX has been very aggressive, very good so far, doing everything right. SSL throws in, down toward midfield. Stitching passes through toward the circle. It's stolen away. Jordan Williams, the midfielder, delivered off. From the back line, Cristiano. Hustled it through. Another good connection. And the long feed through for the end line. Can he reach it in time? Set out front and gloved immediately.
That was a good grab there.
That was a great play. He had good eyes for the ball. A lot of pressure coming, right? How do you keep your eyes out front, watch for who's potentially setting up in front of the six, and deal with the ball coming from the side? Played it perfectly.
Yeah, because you're going to put yourself, as that keeper, you're going to put yourself in a set to where that you can come in and you can take a hit. So you've got to be prepared for that striker coming in, and you got to be able to have those strong hands and hold on to that ball.
LAX, they not have anybody on the bench?
Negative.
Traveling light tonight.
Yeah, because here in the UPSL, you know you have those 7 substitutions you can make throughout the match. Well, from what we heard, they would only have a starting 11. They would have a couple players come in for substitution as the match went along, but when they started with 11.
Yeah, I know he was trying to get some academy players to come. They ran into trouble on the way to the match and are only playing with 11. Sent forward SSL. Good numbers. Oh, he couldn't possess the ball. He couldn't collect it. What a chance that was. Tried to knot it through.
And this LAX team, they're based originally out of Panama Beach. Now they're setting up shop in Columbus, Georgia. That's still 2.5, 3 hours from here in Lawrenceville.
That's a drive. Working the ball around. It's loose on the arc. SSL sweeps it forward. Some excitement. They don't have numbers, but he is going to be to the ball first, and that's offside. That was close. You can kind of feel it.
I kind of felt like the offsides was more the striker than the winger.
Yeah. Yeah, just couldn't get the positioning he needed.
But that's one of the pieces of the game that SSL can burn you on. They have those wingers that have pace, and if they can get the ball forward into space, they can run it down.
Whipping it forward and stopped. Too much of the referee, obviously.
As this game goes along, one of the players for SSL, keep an eye on number 9, Chick Som. Didn't really play a lot last season. He was one of their leading goal scorers in 25.
Into the back line. Moving it forward through into midfield. And as he goes down, stopped again. No question there. Hopefully he's all right.
I'm surprised the yellow card didn't come out there.
It's been very hot in the southeast. There was a high school football game that was delayed until Saturday in the Chattanooga area, just a few hours north of Lawrenceville. And they actually called the game in the third quarter on Saturday because it was so hot. I think you can sign us up for a hydration break, Larry.
Yeah, I'm assuming they got that. We had it yesterday. I would assume the hydration break is coming within the next 3-4 minutes tops.
Almost have played one half of an hour. We're midway through the 26th minute where it's 1-0 LAX. They've looked good. They've looked really good.
Absolutely. They have looked really good. The only thing that we haven't been able to really see from LAX is defense, just because SSL hasn't really had a coordinated attack yet.
Sent long, trying to collect. Knocked that away initially, and then it's pickpocketed back. SSL. Good feed through to the circle. Good spacing. He's going to be in a foot race for the ball and loses it as this is going to roll off, skeetering down to the corner.
Now that was some pace right there from the defender.
That hustle, you can't coach that, and that's just really good hustle from LAX on the back line, right? What you're looking for in a defender, if you don't have a guy that's just a giant in the middle, right at center back, that athleticism and hustle and willingness to make the hard plays, that's hard to find.
Absolutely. You need that winger, that defensive back that has that pace.
Trouble now for SSL. LAX gets it through, and it's going to be gloved harmlessly as Marquez does a good job keeping eyes on it in traffic. No chance to respond initially as this is going to skeeter through to the keeper, Daughtry.
But the key is, even though you have that pace, you got to have good foot skills.
Yeah, we've seen some mishandling, if you will, a couple of mishits in this first half. It's going to happen.
Absolutely, first game.
Yeah, and one of the beautiful things about the UPSL is it's a chance for guys to develop and to grow into the players that they're meant to become.
And you've also got those players that have had a career and it's starting to diminish, and they can be that assistant to help them up.
I thought you were going to say dim for a second. I was like, oh, no. Diminish is a good way of putting it. It's also very cool. I've seen some great stuff in the Open Cup, too, throughout my time covering soccer in the Southeast, and guys who have played almost 100 matches, or even in some case over 100 matches internationally for their home nation, playing in the Open Cup for a UPSL side. It is pretty cool. 29th minute, and a great set-piece chance awarded to LX. He's going to roll that short right down the line, and LAX can't put it through, but back-to-back set pieces as
SSL snuffed that out very well.
Yeah, I thought for a second they were going to give him the corner. It looks like that will be a throw-in, so a chance for a design play. They're not going to take that, but they do whip it for the 6 immediately, and it's knocked away again, creeping down the touchline. Beautiful but vicious sunset.
And so you talk about that Open Cup, Gabe. Think about last season when the Menace brought in all the old MLS players.
Free through, struck well and delivered to the back of the net. We're deadlocked at a goal apiece. Goal for SSL.
And that's exactly what SSL can do. They can beat you with the pace. If they're able to get possession of the ball, move it through, they have the ability to finish properly. Exactly right there. Exactly what Chicksom did, 1-1.
Deadlocked at a goal apiece. That's a really nice score by Chicksom. Able to find a way to get through and send us to the hydration break. So with that, 1/2 of an hour gone, and the lead is gone for LAX. It's a goal apiece between SSL and LAX in Lawrenceville.
Every game begins somewhere. On fields, courts, diamonds, and rinks across the nation, athletes are competing, communities are coming together, and new stories are being written. The National Sports Broadcast Network brings those moments to fans everywhere. From local rivalries to championship stages, the next unforgettable moment could happen anywhere. This is sports from around the nation. This is NSBN.
Deadlocked at a goal apiece on NSBN. It is UPSL soccer between SSL and LAX. Gabriel Fry, Larry Weaver. Larry, a really exciting start. First half, 30 minutes gone. Back and forth we've gone.
Absolutely. Exactly what we were expecting when we came into this match. We were expecting to see if LAX could run the attack in those first 20 minutes, and they absolutely did that. SSL struggled to find their way into the attack, finally find something in the back of the net. Chick Som with a great goal right before the hydration break. Can they continue that? Or has this LAX team, have they used up all of their energy through this first 45? We'll find out for the remainder of it.
About ready to get back underway. They scored the goal before the hydration break. That's why they're spotted up at center field.
And like I was saying earlier in this match, the SSL production that they did in the spring season that they would say as a collective group was not good enough. Being in 8th place out of 9, that's not where they need to be. That's not where they want to be. They want to be in those top 4 spots to have a chance into the playoffs. They've had to change a lot of their roster. We'll see what happens.
Back underway with that in the 33rd minute, deadlocked at a goal apiece. I'm Gabriel Schrei, Larry Weaver here alongside me. Knocked it back initially. LAX looking for space. Instead, delivered to the keeper, Daughtry. They've got an interesting formation tonight. The captain, Trevance Salmon, back on the back line. Wedderburn on that back line. Ryan Canales and Jordan Williams rounding out the back 4. Knocked that through. It's going to go the other way with SSL. Dejan Hilton in midfield. Richard Jackson. Jaheim Blake. Travis Novak. Makosa. Both up front and striking tonight.
You know, it's the typical 4-3-3 versus 4-4-2 between these two teams.
This is knotted away immediately. It's been interesting, both teams, even though they've got 5 guys in the starting lineup that are listed as midfielders for LAX, they feel like they're pressing guys forward like crazy. And SSL only has 3 listed as midfielders, Pasteur, Anderson, and Leon. So they, 4-3-3 on paper, but it feels like 5 guys are playing in midfield and nobody's really bending back or pushing forward.
Well, and another thing that SSL likes to do, just like their brethren, Kalanji Pro Profile, they like to float their front 3 around. So you go from being left wing to striker, from striker to right wing. You never quite know where they're going to set up.
Flip that forward to midfield and working with it. Not for long. They'll throw in.
Yeah, you look at Chek Som was originally set up as the left winger. Now that goal, he's in the striker position.
SSL gets a couple of quick connections. Now down for the final third. A long roller going to be greeted on the edge of the 18 as he bobbles it in our 36th.
Daughtry just about had his heart pop out of his chest there when that ball flipped out there.
It's knocked into the air.
No cards yet in 36 minutes.
Yeah, really clean, well-officiated match so far. Love to see that. UPSL also provides, I don't think people think about this. It's exciting for me. This is a little personal nugget. I love seeing broadcasters get their boots wet, if you will, and get started in UPSL. And obviously officiating with sports around the country at all levels, struggling with officiating, especially the high school level, right? We have a genuine shortage in a lot of states. Great place to cut your teeth.
Absolutely. You can go through the program and you can be assessed and you can move up through. You have some players or some refs here in the UPSL that do have pro level experience that do come down, and it's really nice to see them help and give their experience to these younger referees that want to move to the next level. So it's not just the players that are looking to grow.
No, and it's a whole, that's a big part of the soccer pyramid is just growing the game in general. So you see that for officials, coaches, and even the media having a chance to develop. And that's pretty cool. There's a lot of things you don't think about like that are a byproduct in a positive way of the pyramid continuing to grow and flesh out.
You even look at like Pachuca, Georgia with Coach Montoya, who was a part of the Silverback system when they were over there at Silver X Park.
That's crazy. That's a throwback. Tried to knock it through. Hits the brakes. Good move, LAX. Down to midfield. Struggling to stay on top of the ball, but he does through a pair of defenders. Sam tries to tee it up for him, and SSL takes it away on a mishit pass.
Feels the little bit of touch, goes down, earns the foul. Just like there again. And there's our first yellow of the day.
That was your fault. It's because you brought it up.
It's always a commentator's curse, man.
From alongside the circle. It's going to be a long strike, but they'll try to turn this into an opportunity and a piece. SSL. Instead electing to just bend it across. Dennis moving with a quickness. A little nutmeg, but it's stolen away by LAX. In vacant space, can't clear. SSL has got it. Somehow finessed his way through traffic, and it's stolen back. Had one very clean opportunity, trying to create another for themselves as the battle down the line keeps the ball with SSL. Good battle in Georgia tonight in UPSL action. We had a packed weekend on NSBN with matches all around the country. You can see them all at nsbnsports.com/how to watch. 14 broadcasts in just a few days for me. I'm tired.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to see that the UPSL in the Southeast is finally underway. The Northeast has already been underway for a couple weeks. You look at New York Renegades, they were there at the Final Four at the beginning of the month. 2 weeks home, and they're already back into the fall season.
That's awesome. Some really good battles in the playoffs. Deportivo, you could tell they were feeling it, and they were at the top of their form when they played at Monterey against next level Arizona. They were ready to go.
Yeah, we watched throughout the playoffs when we were doing the coverage, and you could just tell that Rose City just had something special in that spring season.
Yeah, I feel like it's inappropriate to say it's a chip on their shoulder, but it was like they had something to prove.
Absolutely, and look at Miami United, bridesmaid yet again.
One day, Miami United. We'll get you there.
What is it going to take to get to the next level?
We'll get you there.
And I tell you what, that match on Friday, Inter Miami Academy against Miami United, get your popcorn.
That's a good one. SSL trying to clear this out of midfield. LAX is doing a good job of controlling the spacing here. They've got them right where they want them as he knifes around another defender, and it's danger for SSL from the end line, loose out front. Making space in the close wing.
Great save from Marquez.
Over the top, and two-handed, he gloves this and pulls it into the 42nd minute.
I still would like to see him get that knee up, protect his body.
Yeah, he's going full extension quite a bit in this first half. You don't see that a ton. He's had to go up high and grab the ball several times. LAX going to work the back line. Rolls off. That goes with LAX.
And Gabe, you'd have to say that LAX is using more of the pitch. They're using more width than SSL is.
Sent long and taken by SSL. He can't stay with it. Good feed across to the other end of the 18 and a routine save as that's placed almost centered up. I agree
Novak
that
just could not get that ball out.
No, that was close. That was a good chance. I agree that SSL doesn't feel like they're using as much space. To me, it feels like they're trying to play almost an international style, like a Spaniard-type look, right? They're trying to do the Spain thing and let the other team possess the ball, and when you do possess it, you're in control and you're calm and you're trying to draw them out of position. But I don't know. There's something I don't like about it. It's like their game plan isn't quite there yet. Spun through. That's a nasty move. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how he got through all that traffic. The strike is just wide.
An absolutely exquisite turn, making it through the defense, and only thing that he didn't get out of that was the ball in the back of the net. That was exquisite.
Spain's the wrong style of their system. You know, I'm thinking like a team that I see that plays this way a lot is the Chattanooga Red Wolves. They'll possess the ball 22% of the game and score 4 goals. I mean, it's like, how do you even – they have half the passes of the league leader. They've got like 5,000 completed passes to like 12,000 for AV Alta. That's through, but knocked away.
You saw Chick trying to move. He was wanting that ball originally from his left. It came in from the inside to his right. Had to kind of change up the movement. You see him go down just from excessive heat. Just he's been running end to end.
Hopefully he's all right. Chiksam back up.
Probably a little bit of a cramp there. We always try to explain that, you know, hydration starts at the beginning of the week, not at the end.
Looks like he's good to go, and that means we'll see the set piece for LAX. They're going to try to defend on their own back third. SSL whips it out front. Floated over the top. Across SSL. And dispossessed effectively. Three-quarters of an hour gone. Stoppage time on this first half. Waiting for an official signal on how many minutes it will be. Floated back and forth a couple of times. Trying to knife that through.
Maybe 3 minutes.
Big collision. Ball is left skeetering down to the keeper. That was well played. SSL is able to tag it up and move around the defender. Some space down through to the wing and take it away and cleared at the last moment. They didn't signal the the fourth official never showed how much time with the board. Gonna leave us all wondering. I'm gonna guess, you said 3, right?
Yeah, I would say 3 just because of the hydration break.
I'm gonna say 4 because I can't say the same thing, but I think you're right. So I'm gonna go over. Let's say 4. We've already played almost 2 of added time on half 1. Second half likely to be very action-packed. You know, LAX is gonna have to do some management as far as keeping their guys fresh. I wonder if that'll start to really be a big problem for them in the second half.
Being originally from Florida, you would think that they have the pieces.
And so that will take us through to the break. One half of football is in the books, deadlocked at a goal apiece between LAX and SSL. We will break and come back with more in just a bit from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Don't go anywhere. Halftime coverage coming up right here on NSBN.
Every athlete has a beginning. Every team has a purpose. Every season brings new challenges, new opportunities, and moments that can change everything. At the National Sports Broadcast Network, we believe every level of sports deserves a stage, and every competitor deserves the chance to be seen. The next chapter is waiting to be written. The moment is here. The stage is yours. The story is yours. NSBN Sports.
The halftime show on the National Sports Broadcast Network. I'm Gabriel Fry, and this is halftime coverage free and live on NSBNsports.com. Let's jump into it with a press release, some sports business news for you off the rip, and an interesting one. It's big news for the sport of soccer in the United States. UPSL has partnered with Kitman Labs. This will connect 900 clubs and 40,000 players. Pretty wild. So every player will now have a verified competition record. It'll follow them through clubs, divisions, seasons, and they'll have access to a UPSL-branded athlete app. The league has got a single view now of more than 900 independently owned clubs, 5 divisions, 2 seasons a year. This covers registration, scheduling, competition management, and so much more. You can read more on premier.upsl.com. From the press release, congratulations to Kitman Labs in the United Premier Soccer League. Speaking of UPSL, they are accepting applications for their spring season. You can join by signing up online. We've got high school football, a national showcase in the Midwest. It is Stockbridge High School's Panthers. Our first tape delay show is this Monday, 4 p.m. You might already have missed the game. If you're seeing this live, it will be archived and available for replay on all of our platforms. All games will be rebroadcast at 4 p.m. Monday Eastern Time. Sticking with prep football in America, let's take a look at the top 25 teams in the nation. Some really great programs. Bishop Gorman, St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Francis, IMG, and St. John Bosco in California rounding out the top 5. Not surprised to see that. These are perennial names in this top list. Buford in Georgia, very powerful. We've seen a lot of them. They kind of rub up and come through our coverage a lot. Duncanville, congratulations to them. Baylor School, very, very good program in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And the list goes on and on. There's some really good high school football programs around the nation this year. Since we're covering a Michigan team on Monday nights nationally, let's just look at the top 25 in the state of Michigan. Clarkston, good again. DeWitt, very good. Rockford, Hudsonville, all in the top 25. Surprised to see Adams in there. De La Salle Collegiate, always so good in Detroit. Great programs in the state of Michigan. A flashback and a congratulations. The first ever touchdown is a Georgia Bulldog for Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb has unveiled he is retiring from the NFL after a very successful career with the Cleveland Browns. Congrats to Nick Chubb on doing so well in the league and all of his time playing college ball. He was a fun one to watch.
The day on any drive. First and 10 from the 17. Sharp uncorks one for the end zone, hauls it in, and that's caught.
One play tutty.
Touchdown, Presbyterian College Blue Hose. It's 23-16, just seconds into quarter number 3.
Presbyterian College was able to handle business against UVA Wise, but Virginia Wise gave them fits. Cavaliers looked really good, and a lot of D2 teams gave FCS teams a hard time in week 0. It'll be interesting to keep tabs on that as the season gets started. Could this be a new norm in college football? Chattanooga, floater sky down to the end line on the far end. This is last night, Chattanooga FC with a big win at home, 5-2 over Carolina Core. From the corner on the far end, set out front of the 18, floater for the 6, nodded out front of the spot, Isaiah Jones, a laser strike, a howitzer to the back of the net. It's 3-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Man, high school. And high school football sticking with it. This is in GHSA play at Lafayette High School. Hey, baby, 2 in a row for Benson. That's another touchdown for Lafayette High School. Back-to-back for number 5. Penson finished with 4 touchdowns, 204 total yards. Congrats to him. And the Lafayette Ramblers on the Southeast Sports Network and National Sports Broadcast Network all season long. NSBNsports.com, SESNsports.com. Thanks for being with us for halftime coverage. We'll go now back to a quick break and return with more in the venue. This is the halftime show on the National Sports Broadcast Network. Just a reminder, there's a ton of ways to be with us, to join us, to tune in, and to watch our coverage. NSBNsports.com/how to watch. We have distribution throughout the country in the Southeast, the Midwest. You can find it all there and find all of the different platforms and apps where you can tune in free of charge, of course, from YouTube to Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Apple TV, Twitch TV, and our Google Android apps. There's so many ways to watch, and all of them free, easy to find, and built for you with you in mind. Thanks for tuning in. We go now back to the venue. I'm Gabriel Schry with the NSBN Sports Halftime Show.
Your favorite sports, your next favorite team, and unforgettable moments from across the country. All available completely free. Just more sports, more stories, and more ways to watch. Visit nsbnsports.com and follow @NSBN Sports on social media. NSBN Sports. Watch for free.
Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee. Enjoy Tennessee's largest city-owned park, featuring over 3,500 acres of pure mountain landscape. See deer, otters, bobcats, birds of prey, and wolves, all cared for by skilled naturalists. Learn about the native wildlife in our outdoor classroom, taught by those who know our region best. Hike and bike across 40 miles of mountain trail, perfect for a leisurely stroll by the lake, an adventurous ride, or anything in between. Make it to the top of the Tower Loop Trail and climb our famous fire tower to enjoy a 360-degree view of scenic East Tennessee. Learn about the natural world around us from the exhibits in our Nature Center and experience the night sky and beyond in our state-of-the-art planetarium. Take a relaxing ride on the barge across our 44-acre lake and get strapped in for fun and excitement on Bays Mountain's very own high ropes course and zip line. Come experience the beauty and be one with nature at Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee.
This is
So look, this is actually outdated now. We've played some of these, so obviously scores are in, but just a number of the games broadcast on NSBNsports.com this weekend. And we're going to get a look at the fixtures from around the Georgia Conference. Number of matches this weekend, Larry.
And we finally kick off here in the Georgia Conference. Great win for Pachuca, Georgia, 3-1 over Red Top. FC Columbus Elite, they welcome the newcomers, Lake Country United, and win 4-2. Georgia Revolution sneak out a 1-0 win on the road against Angeles. Two matches also going on today. Georgia Impact taking on LSA Mustangs, and Potros FC home to UFA Lawrenceville. We'll see if we can get some scores for those matches before the end of this coverage.
Love it. Really good stuff around the league. We're almost back. Half two starts in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. More UPSL soccer next on NSBN.
Every athlete has a beginning. Every team has a purpose. Every season brings new challenges, new opportunities, and moments that can change everything. At the National Sports Broadcast Network, we believe every level of sports deserves a stage, and every competitor deserves the chance to be seen. The next chapter is waiting to be written. The moment is here. The stage is yours. The story is yours. NSBN Sports.
NSBN Sports is now available on Google Play. Download the NSBN Sports app on your Android phone or tablet, or watch from the comfort of your home with the NSBN Android TV app. Stream live games, recent broadcasts, highlights, and original sports programming, all completely free. Search NSBN Sports on Google Play and download the app today. NSBN Sports, now available wherever you watch.
In Georgia, it's 1-1 between SSL and LAXFC. Hi, glad you're with us on the National Sports Broadcast Network and NSBNSports.com. I'm Gabriel Schrei, Larry Weaver here alongside me. Larry, a really good first half. Second half about to get started with kickoff just seconds away. What are you expecting in half two?
Well, it was absolutely yin and yang between these two teams. LAX had a really good start, faded off as we went through the 45. SSL, exact opposite. Really struggled to find their feet in the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Finally came on and looked really, really good at the end of this, at that 45. We'll see how it goes in the second half.
Just seconds away from getting half two started. Officials on the pitch, chopping it up. Players ready to go.
And this may
LAX
come down to substitutes.
That's what I was going to say, is the substitution thing could be a big deal as this goes on. Quick final check before they allow kickoff. Referee wants a word. 1-1 after 3/4 of an hour between SSL and LAX. I'm not sure what they're working on here. Looks like he's satisfied, and with a check of the watch, we're ready to go between these two sides. Half number two underway between SSL and LAX. Sent that forward. Football from midfield, bent long over the top. Hammered up into the air, and that's going to sky over the end line. Corner coming. SSL sends that long over the top. Wanted to put a helmet onto it. It's going to skeeter down the end line instead. Floated out near the spot, loose, and LAX cleans it away. Good clearance.
Almost exactly what we said. You know, a tale of two teams. This is exactly what LAX did it to kick off the match.
SSL returning this all the way to the keeper. That was close. Able to clear it across. Looking for a design play. Tossed long and nodded around in front of the 18. Aired out toward the circle. LAX, that's a screamer, but it's going to go well wide right.
And he was able to get that throw to number 9, Jaheim Blake, the goal scorer that got this match underway, but he just wasn't able to control that.
Both of them looked really good in the first half, both Sam and Blake. SSL sending it across to the back line. Flipped long over the top and nodded away. And this is off.
And you figure that would have been a risk of a offsides there for the SSL man, if not for the defender.
Backwards. SSL getting set. And this errantly is off just alongside the bench. LAX getting ready to go again. Thrown long down toward the final third. Knifing their way towards center field. Down loose in front of the 18. Just able to clear that away. Dangerous moment. Flipped in, down into the 18, knotted out. Immediately cleared that away. SSL. Good poke. It's not enough, though. Ball still alive down in the corner. And pinballed off. Collins Hill's got a great facility. Beautiful venue. Thrown in. Knocked that into the air, trying to keep it moving. LAX. Blake with the ball, got around a defender, hits the E-brake and he goes down, and the ball taken away by SSL.
Good movement in the midfield from Blake, just not able to finish.
SSL. Went through into midfield. Long throw in. Knocked around and the screamer rolls through. How did he do it in traffic? It's 2-1 LAX as he sneaks it to the backside.
And a great shot from number 17, Travis Novak.
Coming through with a kit for the celly. Centered up
And
on camera.
He was just able to get a touch on it and slide it through into the corner past Marquez. Deflects in for the goal.
Back underway.
I would say it's just individual effort there, Gabe. Travis Novak was able to settle it with his right, then hit it with his left.
Super good effort. I'm still not sure how he did it. That was a wild play. Got a very nice hit on the ball. And SSL sends this over the top. Collected and holding possession. He's got space. From in front of the 18, they take one of their own, but it's got too much sauce. Midfield. Worked it down up the touchline. Tried to finesse that forward, and it's off. 55th minute, 2-1 LAX.
Different half, same story for SSL here. Down early, having to find an equalizer.
Some space to move with for LAX. And a second score in this first portion of half two would be devastating. Taken away. Jaheim Blake fighting his way down the touchline and finessed off.
I feel like that was a mistake there, Gabe, for the defender of SSL. You had Blake against the touchline. Didn't need to take his feet off and give him this free kick.
Bent over the top, and this is gloved carefully and safely by Marquez. Trying to gather, SSL sees LAX knock it off of a teammate. He hits the brakes, steps around one, then two. And it's just too much contact for our referee.
He's managed a really good game so far, this referee.
He's done a great job. Admirable job. Seen some crazy stuff this week with officiating. That halftime update, there was a clip from the Presbyterian game, and there was a play where a call was made that it was a touchdown and a recovered fumble on the same play at the same time by two different referees. Which, not that that's bad, but they had to sort it out, right?
Absolutely.
I can always appreciate a great official. Volleyed LAX trying to make trouble. Sent long. Hammered back over the top. He's got a little bit of space to work with here. From the wing, tries to send it inside, and it's off. A set-piece chance for LAX, who's already leading by a goal in the first third of the second half. Bent inside, a lot of heat on it. It's going to roll through. Flipped across down the center field stripe. SSL somehow gets this through. Long feed. It's going to roll into the 18 and down to the end line. They do keep possession in the corner. It's intentionally chipped away by LAX. That's a good opportunity.
It was a good thought there. Just sent to nowhere land.
Thrown in quickly. Toronto Louis and LAX gets the call to go their way. Jordan Williams.
That was a 50-50. That was, SSL wanting potential penalty there. A little soft in going down.
In Lawrenceville, Georgia, it's UPSL soccer. We were deadlocked 1-1 at the half, and we've almost played a quarter of an hour and half two. LAX has already scored the first of this second half. Blake and Sam both had really good scores in the opening half of play, first 3/4 of an hour.
Good work from Blake right there, earning that foul. I have to say, Yaheem Blake is my man of the match for LAX so far.
He's played really well. This is a good spot here. A little further back than I would like if it were my team, but a good bend, and it's knotted away. SSL able to take advantage of the fact they're not much closer. And initially looking like they'll clear it away as he is cut down. 1/2 of an hour left to play. And that long down the touchline. Cutting it inside, dribble, dribble, dribble. Looks for a move down alongside goal, and it's knocked away. Great footwork. Broke through into the 18, breaks down. Lots of defenders camped out in his way, and he's still able to knife his way through and almost puts a really quality chance on.
Had the step overs on loop. Just not able to make it through.
Fought his way through to that. LAX man still down. Screamer sent long. Able to control. He goes down and immediately blown dead. No hesitation from our referee.
But only one yellow card so far.
His teammate's trying to rub a cramp out. At midfield, it's the star of the match for LAX, Jaheim Blake, getting some help from Jordan Williams. They can't afford to lose him. You can't play without him.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you look at the stats, they'll probably do maybe an early, maybe kind of a makeshift hydration break here. But you look at that first half, LAX had 5 shots on goal compared to SSL's 1. 1 shot, 1 goal for SSL. You'd say that's the most efficient you can be.
Well, they tend to him. Why don't we step? We'll keep it here, but we'll step aside for a second and take a look at fixtures from around the Georgia Conference. We saw these at the half, but these are your fixtures right now, Larry.
Yeah, so you look at Pachuca, Georgia getting a big-time win at home, 3-1 over Red Top. FC Columbus Elite, they welcome in the newcomers, Lake Country United, send them home with a 4-2 loss. Georgia Revolution go down to Macon, get the 1-0 lead and win. Today, you've got Georgia Impact, LSA Mustangs, Potros, and UFA, including this SSL LAX game.
Some good logos in the Georgia Conference. There's some cool ones. Including these two. They've got a really nice brand and look. Welcoming you back onto the field. Jaheim's still down. I think they only traveled 11, right? They didn't get anybody else after the start.
Yeah, there was talk about them having potential subs around halftime, but I have not seen anything.
I don't think they were able to get subs at all, and this is it. If Jaheim can't play, they're with 10.
And I can actually give you a little bit of update on those other two matches that are going on right now, Gabe.
Let's hear it.
It is in the 64th minute over at Marietta High. It is Potros 5, UFA Lawrenceville 0. And for Georgia Impact, they are currently leading LSA Mustangs 1-0 in the second half, or excuse me, in the first half.
I'm sorry, did you say 5-0?
5-0, correct.
Oh my goodness. I gotta call the police department over there. That's a crime. Wow. Chattanooga FC beat Carolina Corn MLS Next Pro 5-2 last night. It was 5-0 like maybe 20 minutes into the second half. Ran out of stuff to say. I'm like, they've beaten their brakes off and now they're working on the engine block. Long bend over the top.
And another goal.
Yeah. It's about where we were. Sent to midfield and can't push it through. Jordan Williams sees this taken up. Leon trying to draw a call, won't do so. Almost able to keep that in. It's off over the touchline in spite of the effort of Novak.
And for those keeping score, the highest match ever played here in the UPSL Georgia Conference, 22-1. Kalanji Pro Profile win.
Wow.
That was
there highlights?
many moons ago.
Do you and Andre have highlights of that somewhere I can see?
Somewhere in the vault.
I gotta see that, 22-1. That had to make it on Sports Center in some way, shape, or form, right?
You would think.
That had to be some news at the time. That's crazy, 22-1. I didn't see any of the highlights, but I did see a graphic, a score graphic, and it was like 24 goals by a college team. It's nuts. It's upsetting. 2-1 LAX is going to send this underway again from the circle. Long floater and taken up by SSL initially. Fought for it down near the corner. It's off. This is off through. Is the other side from that match still, are they defunct now or do they still play? Just figuring it out for this year?
No, that team that Kalanji beat, that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before we said it, it was Stone Mountain. I didn't want to say it if they were still around. Bent over the top into the 18, knocked away. Out front of the penalty arc, almost got a good strike onto the ball. SSL again pokes it out. Fighting for it down near the touchline and too much contact. The referee keeps that with LAX. It's going to be a very, very busy year. We'll have a lot of coverage for you throughout the entire country on NSBN for UPSL soccer and other soccer leagues as well. Be sure to follow along if you are a soccer fan of any shape or form. I promise I'll turn the camera off before it reaches 22-1. Sent long. Not really. We would broadcast the whole thing, but down to the final third. And another call. And the card shown. Hits him with a yellow card in the 69th minute.
Nothing that anything that referee can do. You give him absolutely no other chance, no other warning. Absolute perfect yellow card there. Number 7, Cardenas, he comes in from a sub, and he's already got a yellow card on his numbers.
Yeah, that did not take long. But over the top, LAX can't put anything together. SSL will clear it away. I'm excited about the Kitman Labs partnership. That's going to make statistics and careers easier to follow, easier to manage.
Absolutely. As we grow here in ASMG TV and Shrine Media, UPSL making major updates this season. One with Kitman Labs, the other with Go4, bringing on a trainer resource for these teams. I'll give you some more scores around the league if you'd like, Gabe.
Let's hear it.
So we just saw Next Level in the Final Four. They kicked off there in Arizona. They were able to defeat Arizona Arsenal 6-0. New York Renegades, they took on New York Braveheart SC, 0-0 draw. Brockton FC United, we watched them through the playoffs. They were able to beat GZS Bridgeport FC 4-1. Florida Soccer Soldiers, they defeated Anthem Miami FC 3-1. And many, many more scores to come.
I love it. The big thing with the Kitman Labs deal, the players will have individual profiles. What leagues already use this? Are there other leagues using that in the States?
I believe so.
The big thing is right now there's no way to track individual stats, especially if a player jumps, right? There's so many clubs in UPSL. You do have clubs where people do a good job, and you have somebody on staff or a volunteer that's keeping stats, or broadcasters keeping stats at their local club, or even a fan. But there are a lot of situations where that's not something in place, and Kitman Labs is going to eliminate that problem. It's gonna allow players and teams to have stats that follow them. So at the end of the year, you'll know how many goals a player has scored. If he goes to another club, that record will follow him through the league. It will follow him to other leagues. It will follow him if he goes to play collegiately. They'll have it for UPSLW as well. That's a good move through for SSL as he goes down near the end line and the ball rolls off.
But absolutely, to your point there, Gabe, you have these teams in the UPSL. Some of these teams are very, very well constructed. You look at a team like the Red Wolves, their team. You look at Atlanta United Academy. You look at Kalanji Pro Profile. Teams that are very well put together, but you also have teams that may only have the coach/owner. Mm-hmm. And that person is trying to do the entire organizational pieces, and there's only so much that one person can do throughout a week.
It definitely makes it tough. Still down.
See the trainer out there. And that's one of the key pieces to think about this fall season, the UPSL adopting a lot of those rules that were introduced in the World Cup here this year. I'm really interested to continue to watch that rule about substitutes and the timeline that they have to come on. Otherwise, their sub has to wait. I think that's going to be a big piece in this season as it goes along. Players that are trying to delay time coming off the pitch, then they're going to end up costing their substitute to have to delay before they can come on, which gives an advantage of your opponent.
Set piece for SSL. Bent down into the 6 and nodded up into the air and cleared. SSL tries to put it back on goal. Somehow brushed it through, but it's cleared. SSL regathers. Again, but this time it rolls off. That was a good opportunity.
Just like you were saying a little bit ago. 15 minutes is at LAX. If that player is injured, are they going to have to go down, a man down for 15 minutes?
Super unusual. I have not encountered that. Obviously, have seen some teams play down to 10. I saw AV Alta have to play an entire half shorthanded. Wild. They survived. They played to a draw. But what a frustrating match to have to watch. And I can't imagine how that felt on the field and what that feels like to be down a body for that length of time. Still, a quarter of an hour when you're trying to protect a lead, a long time.
Well, sometimes you see it work out for a team. You'll see a team actually perform better with the 10 men.
Yeah, playing aggressive. SSL from just beyond the stripe. Knocked it around a defender, but he takes it away. Cristiano banged around off a pair. Pickpocketed, but Novak can't stay with it. Misplaced that, and it's off. Sent that on. Conte John. It's a pretty good bend. That had a dangerous cutback.
But to answer your question from a second ago about Kitman and who teams that do utilize its services, you look at teams in MLS, in WSL, some Premier League teams.
That's awesome. That's the kind of thing that you get excited about when you hear UPSL moving on and engaging that initiative, right? That's going to grow the league and grow the game in America. I think it's important to – I very much see UPSL as being – pretty much an entire layer in the pyramid and one of the most pivotal. This is where players really start to jump off the paper, and now having numbers to go with that. Think about all the great players that have scored who knows how many goals that we don't have their stats for. Now we'll be able to start tracking people as they excel, succeed, and clubs can say, hey, look who we developed. Look what we did. These are their stats. LAX through from midfield. Tries to cut it back again from the arc. It's off a defender, and SSL clears this away.
And to piggyback off of what you were just saying, Gabe, it really comes down to the performance of Jan Diamande. He has been such a catalyst that all of these organizations throughout the world are saying, hey, where did this player come from? You have these organizations here in the U.S. saying, how did we miss out on this player?
100%. Which is crazy. I mean, it's crazy that any part of that was possible and occurred. Collected out front. Down from the end line and in the corner, this is off.
I will say SSL has been doing a better job here in this second half using the width of the pitch.
Yeah, they feel like the way they're possessing the ball and attacking is much more efficient. This is a strike through into traffic that's knocked over the top. You know, they're getting more quality chances, and in the first half when they would possess the ball, they were being very timid with it almost. I'm not sure if it's just because it's a new group and, you know, they've not had a lot of live action. That's all I can assume.
Yeah, big changes made on the SSL squad in the midfield and in the defense. Still trying to work their things out. You can also see the fitness level of LAX has started to diminish as we've gone on in this match.
Trying to collect. LAX takes it up. There's a bend and covered down inside by Marquez.
Good individual effort there from Novak.
Slow to rise. Hopefully he's all right. Closing stages of regulation as the 80th minute is about to wrap up. 2-1 LAX. They're leading SSL.
Some more scores throughout the league, Gabe. Massive score up in the Northeast region. Philadelphia Lone Star FC defeating Cumberland Valley SC 14-0.
You were excited to share that with me on air to get my reaction. You're baiting
Yes,
me.
absolutely.
This is bait.
Hartford
That's
Athletic.
crazy.
I'll spit this out. Hartford Athletic 2. They defeated Jaguar United FC 5-0. It's a good game.
Yeah, that's a beating. That's a good score.
Arlington SA defeating Hub City FC 7-1. And 14-0.
Yeah, that's a beating. Knocked around. Loose. LAX tried to drive that forward, and SSL takes it away. Good play by the center back. Long strike of the ball is collected from the circle. Hilton bends that back through, and it's picked up by Marquez.
I have to say, Gabe, minus the individual effort by Novak in the 52nd minute, this has been really even this second half.
It has felt pretty back and forth. LAX, this is going to be skied out of there. I feel like both teams are trying to keep their foot off the gas and more bunker than anything. I feel that way, but the eye test, it's not true. They're moving back and forth a lot. But I don't know, the pacing is off. SSL tries to move that, and LAX will clear it. The pacing of the whole match feels different in half two. collision, and that will stay with LAX.
You almost say it's controlled chaos right now.
100%. Feels much more like they're just trying to burn this out. Long bend, and that sails over the top. Pushed wide.
I can give you the final result. Georgia Impact and LSA Mustangs. Georgia Impact get a 2-1 win.
It's a nice little victory to start the year. LAX gets a screamer on. It's knocked away with a good save. In traffic again, and this is pinballed over the top and off over the end line.
Just when we say they're not really producing any good attack, they come out of nowhere. Force that ball out for a corner.
Late opportunity. Bent over the top. Tried to put that on goal, and as he goes down, blown dead. Hopefully he's all right. Maybe trying to nod that off and instead head to head. Knocked that away. At midfield, that's skied up over the top of the bleachers. Good luck getting that one back. To throw in SSL, they really are running out of time very quickly. I'm assuming we'll have 3, maybe 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this match, but you're not going to have a bucket of time to work with, and you have to be efficient with what you have left. You need to start putting together opportunities. If you get 2 or 3 good, clean rushes, you could have something, and that was a great opportunity right there, squandered. Couldn't control the ball.
And he just could not get the ball from under his feet. Got lucky to get the foul.
Lucky indeed. They kick it quickly. SSL going to try to bring the heat down deep toward the corner. It's off.
I think he just took that too quickly, Gabe.
Yeah, I thought he would set and try to fire over the top for a good cleanup down low in the 18, right? Just look for that aerial connection. But no service. Instead, just whipped it across, and the ball is off. And LAX is safe to just shift into time-wasting mode. They share a namesake with an airport that is great at that.
Well, and it's not going to be an easy run for SSL. Next week, they'll be on the road to Atlanta United Academy.
Oh, that's a tough spot to play. I don't think it gets tougher in this conference. One of the toughest spots in the league, in my opinion. You have to go play against Atlanta United's Academy.
Yeah, beautiful facility, too. LAX, they'll be home to Angeles down there at Otis Spencer Stadium.
This is a great quality set piece chance. The corner coming for SSL in the waning moments, 88th minute. Long bend is all the way through and rolls off.
Well, even if you weren't able to produce this ball is in the final third. You should be pressing these LAX players with everything you have. Force them into that corner. Force them to make a mistake.
LAX, burning clock.
He also got about 10 yards to run forward. You always like to see that game between the player and the ref. How far am I going to get allowed to throw this in?
SSL, a quality look. Nodded away initially. They'll run it down on the touchline. He'll throw in. Long toss by John. Swept past him. Forward and through to Blake. He sees it stolen away.
That was a good tackle there in center circle.
89th minute about to become the 90th, as we're certain to see some stoppage time on the second half. But the question is how much. And SSL, they did have 2 rushes put together since that last couple of minutes when I'm like, hey, you know, we're running out of time to do something here.
Yeah,
but
the fourth has the board.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to do a little more. I mean, those 2 chances were not super high quality. They weren't super threatening to LAX. They get moving. Long floater over the top for SSL, and he goes down on the edge of the 18. And the call. Unreal. In the 90th minute. I can't believe it.
Those are the plays that separate these matches. You're getting down in the final seconds. SSL force the hand, get the penalty. Now, can they convert?
And 4 minutes of stoppage time on this second half, but they're already going to use up quite a bit. LAX man suffers the yellow. And now we go to the spot. He draws the penalty, and SSL has a chance to score and push this thing towards a draw. They've selected
Nobody
their shooter.
other than Chick Som. Or do you go with somebody else?
Looks like Jeremiah Pastor. Jeremiah on the ball. 92nd minute has begun. Waiting for the signal from our referee. Some traffic control. Jaheim Blake. Good as he stands. Daughtry awaits the delivery. Pastor shuffles, approaches, fires. It's saved and loose. He nods it through into the twine. Goal! SSL and Pastor. They've deadlocked us in stoppage time on the penalty.
And your heart breaks for Daughtry. He starts to go to the right. He sees that it's going to be central, catches it with his paw, but he puts it right back into the field of play and allows them to find the equalizer.
Joshua Daughtry, there's no winning in that situation because I feel like if you make a lights-out, unbelievable save, you don't get enough credit for that, right? You've saved the match, and if you don't make the save, then somehow, you know, you still are going to catch a lot of that flack. Hats off and big ups to Joshua Daughtry on making that initial save. That is a big play, even though obviously they're unable to shut it down, and SSL gets the equalizer. Pastor finishes off the penalty and the chance, and in the 93rd minute, it is 2-2.
And it's the 0-0 position in the goalkeeper.
After what has been a flat-feeling second half, all of a sudden things heating up and getting very interesting in the late stages. This is off over the end line.
Talk about late stages. Potros FC extends their lead 6-0 over UFA.
That's a couple. That's a beat down too. Frankie Ruiz, known him for a long time, head coach at Potros. He's giving him a hard time. He was at the Atlanta United match last night. Stolen away. Nice move.
Wonderful tackle.
Keeping it going. And stolen, the pickpocket, in the 94th minute, and we get the call. SSL, you can see they've got life. They're feeling it. Waning moments of stoppage time. They're trying to put one on. Pasteur with the ball. Louis makes his way to the area. The signal from our referee, Pasteur. Long bend over the top, floated for the end line, and couldn't push it out front. It's off. Goal kick. Feels like LAX is about to come through with some heat as well. Indeed they do. Long bend. Hammered back at midfield in the air. And our referee could call for full time at any moment. SSL tried to get through, and enough contact to draw the call, and a prime spot for SSL. Midway through our 95th minute of play between LAX and SSL, deadlocked at 2 apiece.
This could be our last grasp. If I was SSL, I'd be pushing everybody into the box.
Looking for some heroics in Lawrenceville. Can SSL find a way to seize this match in the late stages? They've already scored 1 in stoppage time. Bent through and gloved immediately by Joshua Daughtry. Full time. Full time, a draw as SSL comes back in the late stages and gets it done in Lawrenceville, Georgia. What a performance to get the draw.
Great work there by SSL to fight back, get that late penalty, convert, get the draw, because this LAXFC team put them to task throughout this 90 minutes.
Yeah, it was a tough test for them. They were able to hang around, force the draw in impressive fashion. 2 sides that look really good. They're going to have a big fall season in the UPSL Premier Division Georgia Conference. Excited to see more from them. Any closing thoughts from you? Of course you have some, but what are your closing thoughts, observations, feelings, and what should we keep an eye on with these two?
It was a really impressive performance for LAX FC, being the fact that they only had 11 players in this match. How are they going to look as their roster grows and they continue to fight in this season? It is really, really impressive to see so far. SSL, still a little bit of the same issues that they've had as they've gone along, but they were able to fight back this season and get the draw. That was one of the things that they struggled with last season. So good effort from both teams. We'll see what they can do as the season continues.
That's a good point. Lots more UPSL action all season long and games from all around the Southeast, Midwest, West Coast. We've got it all on NSBNsports.com, and we'll see you there. Thanks for being with us for these 2 sides. Larry Weaver, everybody at the field. I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's game will be archived and available for replay inside of the app or platform where you viewed it. Again, your final score, a 2-2 draw in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Signing off for everyone here, I'm Gabriel Schrei, and we'll catch you next time.
Take the National Sports Broadcast Network wherever you go with the NSBN Sports app. Watch live games, catch up on recent broadcasts, and discover sports from across the country, all completely free. Download the app and start watching today. From rising stars and championship contenders to the teams and communities that make sports special, NSBN puts more of the action directly in your hands. Explore live events, original programming, highlights, and an expanding network of sports content whenever it works for you. Search for NSBN Sports in your device's app store. Visit nsbnsports.com and follow @NSBN Sports on social media. NSBN Sports, your games, your teams, anywhere.
Every game begins somewhere. On fields, courts, diamonds, and rinks across the nation, athletes are competing, communities are coming together, and new stories are being written. The National Sports Broadcast Network brings those moments to fans everywhere. From local rivalries to championship stages, the next unforgettable moment could happen anywhere. This is sports from around the nation. This is NSBN.
Your favorite sports, your next favorite team, and unforgettable moments from across the country. All available completely free. Just more sports, more stories, and more ways to watch. Visit nsbnsports.com and follow @NSBN Sports on social media. NSBN Sports. Watch for free.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
Every athlete has a journey, every community has a team to believe in, and every game creates moments that will be remembered long after the final whistle. The Southeast Sports Network is here to showcase the people, passion, and competition that makes sports across this region special. Your team, your community, your moment. The stage is set, the story is yours. SESN.